New York, January 7, 2026. The tape opened with fireworks, the crypto charts flashed green, and somewhere between a Bitcoin pop and an Ethereum uptick, a stock named Bmnr decided it wanted to be the market's emotional weather vane. In 2 trading days it ripped, in 1 day it wobbed, and now the world is watching a shareholder vote that could rewrite the stock's DNA. Bmnr jumped 23% in the first 2 trading days of 2026 as crypto prices rebounded. But beneath the bounce lies fragility, a November bloodbath, a shallow recovery, volatility tightly linked to ETH, and a looming January 15 shareholder vote to expand authorized shares from 500 million to 50 billion. This vote is a plot twist that can turn a rally into a rout or a restructure into a rocket fuel. Bitcoin flirted with the mid-$90,000s and Ethereum climbed above the $3,200 mark, and that pulse flowed into equities that live and breathe crypto. Bmnr, which has pivoted to an ETH Treasury strategy, responded with a 23% gain over the first 2 trading days of 2026 as risk appetite rushed back into the market and traders hunted liquid ways to ride the crypto swell. That was the headline, the kind of move that makes the most watched lists and fills up the day trader feeds. But pause the confetti for 1 second. The surface gleam of a 2-day rip can hide something brittle. That's the real drama, a rally built on correlation, not necessarily on hardened operational strength. The deep cut. Why this rally hides fragility. Let's rewind. November's aggressive crypto sell-off didn't just bruise BTC and ETH, it left Bmnr battered. The company's price action since then has been a patchwork, a December consolidation that looked stable on a daily chart, but the rebound, while real, is shallow when you stack it against earlier peaks. In plain terms, the new highs aren't new enough. The momentum is real, yes, but the foundation is still shaky. Imagine a cliffside that sheds a bunch of rocks after a storm. A new plant sprouts and looks pretty from a distance, but the ledge is still cracked. That's Bmnr right now, green shoots after a landslide, and the question is whether the ledge holds when a bigger gust comes. By the way, if you are getting value from this video so far and want more like this, please like the video, it means much to us, and hit the subscribe button, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. The tape. How wild was the bounce and the reversal? Bmnr's price history in recent months reads like a thriller. Late November, a hair-raising 60% mini-rally from sub-$25 to above $42, a classic short squeeze/momentum swing fueled by headlines and flow. That rally slammed into the 100-day simple moving average, a technical ceiling many traders worship as the level of truth. Sellers reasserted pressure, and the stock slid south toward the high $20s by late December. By January 7, 2026, Bmnr closed around $30.36, down roughly 6% from the previous day, the kind of retracement that reminds popcorn traders they should have set stop losses. That price action is not quiet accumulation. It's a tug-of-war between narrative buyers, crypto gets green to by Bmnr, and technically aware sellers, resist at the 100-day to sell. The driver. Why Bmnr isn't a miner anymore, it's an ETH claim. This is crucial. Bmnr isn't merely a machine and CO2 miner play anymore. The company pivoted into holding Ethereum as a treasury asset and publicly disclosed massive ETH holdings. That migration turned the stock into a liquid, listed proxy for Ethereum exposure. Instead of trading on rigs and kilowatts fundamentals, Bmnr began trading on the prices and flows of a digital currency. That's a different animal. Big implication. When ETH breathes, Bmnr inhales and exhales with it. That correlation is great when crypto flows are up, and brutally reflexive when crypto reverses. Options, gamma, and eyeballs, the short-term volatility machine. If you check the options board, you'll see implied moves that make sprint coaches nod. Traders are pricing in swings, buying straddles, and betting on headlines. Weekly options expiring on the closest Friday act like accelerants. Gamma squeezes become possible. In English, small news plus heavy option positioning equals fireworks. Options pricing also tells you something the price alone doesn't. The market expects the stock to move, and not negligibly. Treat implied volatility like the tape's temperature gauge. High 4 equals nervous market. Low 4 equals complacent market. Right now, it's warm. Technical map. Pivot, support, resistance, the battle lines. Let's map the battlefield for traders. Key resistance, the 100-day simple moving average, where the big November rally stalled. 1-day pivot, near the low 30s, the current psychological line in the sand. Support levels, just under $30 and then low $29 ranges. If those break, we could see a deeper sell-off. RSI and momentum. Oscillators have been flirting with neutral to weak readings, not screaming oversold and not yet telling us, clear buy. Translation, the technicals are tight. In volatile stocks, tight technical bands mean big percentage moves when one side wins. You don't need rocket science. You need plan and stops. The Treasury thing, Bmnr's ETH hoard is massive and public. The company recently announced it holds over 4.14 million ETH and total crypto plus cash holdings of more than $14.2 billion. That's enormous, and it's part of the reason the stock is a proxy. The balance sheet is effectively a crypto treasury. If ETH appreciates, the balance sheet brightens. If ETH tumbles, the balance sheet darkens. Investors love clear collateral, but they also care about what management does with that collateral. It's like a museum that now displays a room full of NFTs. Beautiful, headline-grabbing, but if the market loses taste for NFTs, the museum's collateral value takes a hit. Dilution fear. Why a 50 billion authorization sends a chill. Authorized shares don't immediately equal outstanding shares, but they are a legal green light. Approval gives management the ability to issue new equity for deals, acquisitions, splits, or financing. Investors buy a stock because they want value per share. Increasing the share count can reduce that value unless the new shares fund things that add more value than the dilution cost. Imagine your favorite sports team promising season ticket holders that there will only ever be 10,000 seats. If they suddenly say they might print 1 million digital passes next season, demand per ticket collapses unless the stadium gets bigger and every ticket remains valuable. That's the emotional response investors have to a 500M, 50B proposal. 3 scenarios, because traders love binaries. Vote passes, no guardrails, immediate sell pressure, price compresses, but management can issue shares quickly. Potential long-term wins if executed well, short-term pain for current holders. Vote fails, supply stays tight. The stock behaves like a scarce ETH proxy and can run with crypto recoveries, but management loses some strategic flexibility. Vote passes with strict guardrails. The market breathes easier if issuance limits, sunset clauses, and anti-dilution protections are included, a governance compromise that keeps optionality without immediate dilution risk. Each path has real precedent in markets where optionality meets scarce float. The key is not which path is prettiest. It's which path is most credible and verifiable right after the vote. Note this as well. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Daniel 7 verses 25 to 27. Want more information about the books of prophecy? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe, and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage us to continue bringing to you more insightful videos. Do not miss out on our future videos. All I am asking is your subscription. Thank you for joining me today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's love.